Hi, my name's Perennial Jenny. I work here at Schwartz's greenhouse. I've been here for 21 years. These are called corabelles. Their scientific name is heuchera. They like sunny locations, and they also like shade locations. Normally, if you're going to do a sunny location, it would be your south-facing wall. If you're going to do it in partial shade, it'll be your east wall and west wall. And if you're going to put it in the shaded garden, if the variety asks for shade, it'll be on your north side of the wall. Well, corabelles do shoot up flowers, but they're not known for their flowers. They're more known for their foliage and their different varieties. Deer don't like corabelles, but your hummingbirds do love your corabelles. This variety I have in my hand is Timeless Berries. This blooms in the spring and then late summer. As soon as the flowers expire, the best thing to do is take off the spent flowers so all the energy will go to the roots and give it more foliage. They're just an all-around good basic garden flower. A lot of people have forgotten about them, and they're coming back in full force. We are here in greenhouse number 2, and in my hand we have the Lupine. And this series is called the Mini Gallery. This one started from the plugs. It's got a really nice good root system starting on it. In about maybe 8 weeks, it should be ready for retail. It blooms early summer and gets very tall, and each year it's going to get a little bit bigger and bigger. And the height is anywhere from 12 to about 18 inches tall. Some varieties can get a little bit taller than that. People love lupine because of the spikes on it. They come in blues, pinks, purples, yellows, and they're a great pollinator for hummingbirds and butterflies. And they're just an overall beautiful cottage garden variety perennial that will come back for years to come. I have a Dianthus in my hand. I probably have over 100 different varieties. The deer tend to stay away from it, and rabbits tend to go toward it, so it's kind of an in-between. It's known for the flowers, and they bloom at different periods of the season. Some are in the spring, some are in the summer, and some are in the spring and early fall. The reason that these are so small is because the planting season has just started. So you're going to give us another 8 weeks or so, or they'll be ready for retail. Nice and full. It'll fill this whole area up about that big around. They thrive in full sun to part sun. They don't like a shaded area. They won't do very well there. But like any perennial, once you plant them the first year, you have to get them established. So don't forget about them. Once you transplant these into the ground, I would check them daily. You can kind of look at the plant and go to the top layer, and if it's dry, then give it a little bit of water. And give it a good soak so it gets down to the root base, and it'll take the roots down to the bottom. If you water it lightly on the top, the roots will stay on top. They're more of a clump-forming perennial. Their spread is usually anywhere from maybe 8 to 10 inches. And once they're established, you really don't have to do anything unless you want to deadhead them and keep them on the clean side. You can deadhead them periodically, and it'll throw out more blooms. So in my hand right here is the Daylily, which is a bare root. Normally we start them all from the original plant. Every 3 to 4 years, you can dig up perennials and divide them, and then you get freebies from the host plant. Then you've got your plug here. This is from cuttings. The difference is it started from seed or from a cutting, and it's in a little plug right here, and then it starts its root system from that. People like Daylilies because they're the no-brainers. They're easy and low maintenance. You can put them in the garden, and they will take care of themselves, and they're drought tolerant too. A lot of pests don't seem to bother them, and deer don't normally eat daylilies. They thrive just about anywhere. You can put them along a water's edge. They like full sun. They thrive better in full sun than anything. You can put them in part shade, and you can also put them in a shaded garden if you get some light filtering sun. They can range anywhere from 10 inches, a dwarf size, all the way up to about 24 inches in height. And they bloom at different periods of the year. They bloom in the spring. Some bloom from spring to fall. Some only bloom in the spring, some only bloom in the summer, and some only in the fall. They're a big trumpet-like flower. There are so many varieties. There's probably over 500 different varieties, if not more, in daylilies. Good advice on your daylilies: once the flowers are spent, you should cut them back so all the energy goes down to the roots, and it will send more shoots up. So if you ever come into Schwartz's greenhouse, there's a big crew of people working. And if you can't find somebody, please look for them. They have green shirts on, or if you're finding somebody else in a different colored shirt, they'll be more than happy to find you because they've been there a lot longer. Like I have been here for 21 years.